Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me tonight to get caught up with the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Tonight, it's season 31. It's episode 28, and tonight's show is titled Furious Disclosure. We got a couple movies to talk about, got a couple TV shows to talk about, and then, of course, we're going to get into the news of the week and get you caught up with your knowledge in the entertainment world. So let's jump right on in. We went to the theater. We saw two new movies, spoiler-free, of course, as always. And we're going to start things off with the brand new film from Steven Spielberg, the #1 movie in the world, Disclosure Day. Now, of course, I grew up with Steven Spielberg classics, right? Classics in his resume. But I'll be honest, for the last 10 to 20 years, Steven Spielberg has not really put out anything that has gained my interest. He's kind of went off on a path of just getting older and doing these other kind of movies, getting away from the blockbuster kind of stuff, and they just haven't really worked for me. So I was very, very excited when I saw the trailer for Disclosure Day because I was like, yo, this looks like some classic Steven Spielberg. It looks like my dude is back. I really, really like the trailers. I like the intrigue. I like the suspense, so I was down. We went to the IMAX theater, and we checked out Disclosure Day. Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, Coleman Domingo, Wyatt Russell. I mean, really, really nice stacked cast here. And this one's simple, man. Josh O'Connor, he works for the government. He knows that aliens exist, and he's trying to get the word out to the world, right? He wants full disclosure to get it out to the public that there's aliens out there. But of course, Colin Firth heads up that department and wants to shut it down because he doesn't think that the world should know what exists out there. And there's a lot of intrigue. You bring in Emily Blunt's character. How does she fit into this? Weird things are happening. What is going on? And we're off to the races. That's it. That's Disclosure Day. And I gotta say, I really, really like this one. I loved it, actually. Some people say it's a little bit slow. Some people say it ran too long. I'm going to be honest. I'm the first guy to tell you when I think a movie runs too long. I always clock my watch. If that movie is boring the hell out of me, I'm going to be clocking that watch. I will tell you, in Disclosure Day, this movie is a little under 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 25 minutes. I did not check my watch one time. I was locked into the story. I was locked into the intrigue. All the characters were fantastic. And let me just take a second to praise Emily Blunt. I have loved Emily Blunt for years, for decades. She's so magnificent. And in this movie, she takes it to a whole nother level. She's wonderful in this, and I hope that by the time award recognition rolls around, they don't forget about my girl, because she deserves it. She killed it. I thought Josh O'Connor was really strong, too. Colin Firth, seeing him in a role like this, kind of in a little bit of a villain role, it worked, man. It was cool. Coleman Domingo, always so cool, man. I love Coleman Domingo. It just, everybody does their thing. It's beautifully shot. And like I said, you're just on this ride, right? You're trying to figure it out. What's going on? Like, you know that the background here is that aliens exist, but what's the bigger picture? Why are things weird with Emily Blunt? What is going on with Josh O'Connor? Why do they have this link together? Is there more than we're understanding? And it just works, man. It works on every level. I know some people don't like it. My boy Friggin saw it. He was kind of in the middle, like, and that shocks me because, I went with about 5 other people and we all walked out saying that was great. Like, we all had a great time with it. People were clapping at the end of our showing. And everybody really felt that, Steven Spielberg was really back here, right, in his niche with science fiction. So I gotta say, man, for me, the movie really, really works. I would totally watch it again. I don't know how much it will hold up once you kind of know what's going on here. I think it does have replay value though, and I would totally buy this one when it hits digital. So I say go out and see it. I say see it on the big screen, the biggest screen possible, and enjoy the ride, man. Don't overthink it. Like, this isn't a big action spectacle. It's a slow burn. There is action beats in it, and it's funny because I'm usually the guy that's like, there's not enough action. But this movie didn't need a ton of action. I was actually a little worried. I saw a review before I saw the movie that said, like, don't go in expecting a ton of action, and I was like, oh great, this is going to be a slogfest. Never felt that way. I thought the pacing was super strong, and the story just keeps evolving. And it worked. It worked for me. I hope it works for you, but you be the judge for yourself. But for Disclosure Day, I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really dug this one. My second movie, which was actually my first movie, because I saw Disclosure Day on Friday. I saw this movie here, The Furious, on Thursday. So this was actually my first movie of the weekend. Now, some of you probably don't even know what this movie is. This movie is a very kind of low budget, small release, it's an international film, right? And it was only brought out in about 1,000 screens. And just to kind of have context, all your movies pretty much in the top 5 are in 3,000 to 4,000 screens. This one's only in 1,000, right? And it did really good for being in 1,000 screens. But it is an action movie called The Furious. And this movie is crazy, yo. Let me tell you a little bit of synopsis, right? After Wang Wei's daughter is kidnapped by a criminal network and he receives no help from the corrupt police, Wei sets out to find her himself. His only ally is Navin, a relentless journalist whose wife has mysteriously disappeared. Fueled by a furious vengeance, the unlikely duo ruthlessly battle the kidnappers in this explosive martial arts showdown. That's right, man. This is a big martial arts film. If you like The Raid, right? And you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen The Raid or The Raid 2, this is your kind of movie. This movie is batshit crazy from an action standpoint. It is over the top action, man. Like, I don't know how some of these people aren't dead in the first fight scene of the movie, but who cares, right? As long as the action does its thing. Now, I didn't really recognize much of the cast in this movie, but I do recognize Joe Taslim. Speaking of The Raid, he's Sub-Zero in the Mortal Kombat movies, the new ones that just came out. He's fantastic. I love him. He plays Navin, the journalist that's looking for his wife. And this guy, Z Mao, he's the one that plays Wang Wei, and he's wonderful. He's so fantastic, right? He's the one, his daughter gets kidnapped, and he goes through hell and high water to try to get her back. Here's what I'm going to say. This movie is very simple for me to tell you yay or nay, right? If you prefer action over story, you're going to love this movie. If you're just an action junkie, you're going to love this movie. If you want butt-cracking martial arts, like fights that go on for 15 minutes, you're going to love this movie. If you're looking for a real deep narrative, if you're looking for, Oscar-winning performances, if you're looking for just a wonderful film, this is not it. So there's a balance to strike here. This movie definitely puts action above all else. And that's fine, because that works for me. I don't need all the other stuff, right? But I'm going to tell you, because some of you might be shocked by my rating, because I loved this movie from an action standpoint. And if I had 2 scores, this movie would get 5 stars from an action standpoint. And it would get 2 stars from just an overall movie standpoint. So blended together, I give The Furious 3 out of 5 stars. Now, some of you, again, might be thinking 3 stars, man, that's pretty low if you really, really liked it like that. But like I said, you gotta look at the overall film, right? I'm judging the film as a whole. And as a whole, there's a lot of plot points. There's a lot of just underdeveloped characters. The plot is weird. It's very typical. You can see everything coming a mile away. And that takes away from my star scale, unfortunately. So I balanced it out at a 3. But that's a 3 as a whole movie. Again, if you just want the action, 5 stars. This movie will make you very satisfied from an action standpoint. And currently, right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at 97% fresh and 95% from the audience rating. Everyone loves this, man. You know, if you know what you're getting when you go into this, and I think you're going to have a great time. So it's one of the best action films I've seen since The Raid. The Raid blew me away. I haven't felt anything like that since until this movie. So again, The Furious, you're looking for balls to the wall action, brutal martial arts. I mean, the final fight in this movie goes on what feels like 45 minutes. I was exhausted just watching the fight. That just goes to show you. I'm sitting in my chair like, oh my God, damn, I'm out of breath. I'm sweating. I'm just like, what? How are these guys still going? But it was wonderful, man. I can't wait. This is a movie I would definitely throw on just to watch all the action scenes. I'll probably fast forward through the non-action parts and watch all the action because it is that damn good. So 5 stars from an action standpoint. 3 stars overall for The Furious. All right, let's move along. That's my 2 movies in the theater. Over on the TV side, I don't have a ton to really talk about. I did check out the new Netflix documentary, Michael Jackson, The Verdict. This one just came out. This documentary is purely set on the trial of Michael Jackson that went on in the early 2000s when, you know, people were accusing him of doing what he did. It's a 3-part documentary. It was filmed very well. It was intriguing, but I'm hearing a lot of things about how a lot of facts were changed up. A lot of things were changed. It felt like a hit piece on Michael Jackson. And I did feel that to an extent. It felt very anti-Michael Jackson, which I didn't really care for. And again, you could tell by the ratings, right? It's 80% fresh from the critics and it's 7% from the audience. So kind of crazy. Like I said, it's an interesting documentary. It was something that I found very knowledgeable to watch because, you know, getting all the details about this court case. But overall, it felt kind of like this hit piece that, you know, kind of bugged me as a guy that's a big fan of Michael Jackson. So I'm going to say, you know, I'm not going to recommend it or not recommend it. I think it's just something that if you're interested in seeing how the court case plays out, you know, check it out. If not, you can go ahead and skip it. But that's Michael Jackson, The Verdict. It is now streaming on Netflix. I finally checked out the spin-off solo episode of The Bear that was simply called Gary. Gary is a one-shot episode that's just about a road trip between John Bernthal's Michael character and Eben Moss-Baccarat's Richie character. Of course, if you watch The Bear, you know that John Bernthal's character is, you know, he's not alive in the show The Bear, right? That's how The Bear picks up, is his brother taking over the restaurant, played by Jeremy Allen White. There is no Jeremy Allen White in this. This is a spin-off episode, kind of like a prequel. That's just about, it's a 1-hour episode that's just solo about them taking a trip to Gary, Indiana and, you know, doing something for work. And I'm going to say, though, I found it very boring. I didn't like it very much at all. Good performances. John's always great. Eben's always great. It wasn't horrible, but I don't really understand the purpose of it, to be honest. So, I don't know, man. You know, if you're a fan of The Bear, I think you'll enjoy it. But for me, it just kind of was an hour to burn that I didn't really understand the why behind it. I want to shout out the return of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. This is back for its 5th and final season over on Starz. Only the first episode's out so far, but check it out because it is the final season, so we'll see how this wraps up. And lastly, I got around to checking out the revival of Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair. It's a 4-episode revival, and this is another one that I got to say, didn't need it at all. I will be honest, I did not watch Malcolm in the Middle when it first came out. Honestly, I never watched it ever. But I am a big Bryan Cranston fan, and I do like comedies. And my wife actually was like, you know, hey, I want to watch this revival because she watched Malcolm in the Middle when it was on TV. So I said, all right, I'll watch it with you. It's only 4 episodes. We'll see what's up. It's 4 episodes that really don't go anywhere, and they don't really do anything. When it's all said and done, you're just like, why? Why did we even do this? Like, this made no fucking sense, like, at all. Everybody's fine in it. It did have some laughs. I did chuckle here and there. But overall, it was just kind of a why. And even my wife, like I said, who was a fan of the original series, she even said it was very unnecessary. There was no need for it. So I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, if they're going to do any more, but I don't think you need to waste the time on Malcolm in the Middle. Life's still unfair. So that's what I got for you guys overall from the TV and the movie side. Again, recapping: Disclosure Day now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. The Furious now in theaters, 3 out of 5 stars. Michael Jackson: The Verdict streaming on Netflix. Gary streaming over on Hulu. Power Book 3: Raising Kanan back for its 5th and final season, streaming on Stars. And Malcolm in the Middle: Life Still Unfair, streaming on Hulu as well. All right, that's what we got on that aspect. Let's talk box office. Coming in at number 10, it's Stop That Train. That's right, the debut of the RuPaul movie, $2 million at number 10. Number 9, it's The Furious. We talked about it, $2.8 million. And like I said, that doesn't sound all that great, but $2.8 million in only 1,000 screens, not too damn shabby. So maybe it will be released into some more screens. I don't know what their rollout's going to be on this film. I didn't think it was going to just win everybody over from a box office standpoint, but hopefully they increase the screens here and more people will get a chance to see The Furious in theaters. But 2.8 mil at number 9. Number 8 was the debut of BTS World Tour live in Busan. It made 3.8 million. Number 7 was Michael, which is now available on premium VOD. Number 6 is Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Number 5, Masters of the Universe, which, by the way, I did go see a second time and loved it even more than the first time I saw it. I love this movie. Very, very sad to see how bad it's doing in the box office. Only out 2 weeks, and week 1 to week 2 dropped almost 70%. 69.7% drop from its 30 mil down to 8.9. Really, really rough for Masters of the Universe. I don't understand it. When I go online, whether it's Facebook, X, Threads, Blue Sky, everyone that I see is raving about this film, how much they love it, how they've gone back and seen it multiple times. And I just don't get it. Why is it not reflecting in the box office? I really thought it would hold pretty well week to week with the word of mouth, but unfortunately it didn't at all. My fingers are crossed that Amazon, who financed this film, they have so much money that they will, see the positive word of mouth, see the positive reviews, and say, you know what, we're going to still invest in that sequel, and we're going to do it, because I want to see the adventures continue. When I saw it the second time a couple days ago, I took my daughter. My daughter was out of town when the movie came out, and I saw it the first time, and she really had no interest in it. But after I watched the movie the first time, I thought to myself, my daughter would have loved this. So regardless of how she felt, I told her, I think you're going to like it. We're going to go to the movies. And I bribed her with some candy. And we went to the theater Saturday and watched it. And when it was all said and done, she said, I loved it. And she was just giddy. She had a really good time with it. She thought it was funny. She thought it had good heart. She loved everything about it. So it made me feel very vindicated. And it just goes to show you, you might sit and you might doubt a movie, but you never know what you got till you go watch it. So I still recommend everybody go out and check out Masters of the Universe. There you go. Number 4, Backrooms. Number 3, Scary Movie, dropping 73.9, man. Ooh, that was a big drop for Scary Movie, but it's still very, very profitable. They made that movie for only $30 million. It's already made like 150 worldwide, so it's just fine, man. A movie like that doesn't really hold up. I think the core audience went and saw it week 1 for that big debut, and then we skyrocketed down after that to plummet to a 73.9% drop, making 14.2 in week 2. Number 2, a movie that is not plummeting and just seems to continue to make money after money after money, is Obsession. Obsession has been out for 5 weeks. It has made $188 million in the U.S., plus a bunch more worldwide. I think this movie's sitting at about $250 now. It's insane, dude. Obsession, again, made for $750,000. It's crazy, dude. This movie cannot be stopped. Number 2, 19 million. Just remember, last week was Scary Movie and Masters of the Universe, and they both fell and Obsession stayed. So incredible, man. Only a 25% drop. And number one, Disclosure Day. We talked about it. 4 out of 5 stars. Loves Disclosure Day. Really strong debut here for this one. $44.5 million to take that number one spot and even more money worldwide. So congratulations there to Disclosure Day. Another number one for Mr. Steven Spielberg. All right, that's our box office. Let's switch gears and get on over to our news of the week. And again, if you want to check out any of these trailers or news or anything, head on over to our X page, x.com/am I on the air, all one word. It's easy to get to. You don't got to subscribe. Just bookmark that link and you'll be able to see all the stuff every single day as we drop it. Okay, some new trailers dropped. We have the first trailer for I Want Your Sex, starring Olivia Wilde, Cooper Hoffman, Charlie XCX, Mason Gooding, Chase Sue Wonders, and Daveed Diggs. Interesting trailer, man. This is not a movie to see in the theater for me, but I'll definitely watch it on streaming for sure. We have the final trailer for the live action Moana. And this, of course, hitting theaters on July 10th. I think it looks really good. I know a lot of people still say, why did we need this? We had an animated film. Well, people like me don't really care for animated too much, even though Moana holds a very special place in my heart because of my daughter. My daughter was like 2 when Moana came out, and we watched Moana 5 million times. We listened to the soundtrack every time we got in the car. Moana was just it for us, right? We saw it in the theater so many times. We watched it at home so many times. Moana was that movie for us that will always reflect back to me as my daughter as a kid. My daughter's 12 now, and now I got a live action version, man. So I'm like, dude, we got to go see the live action, especially with The Rock as Maui in live action. Come on. They just talked about a brand new song in it. They brought back Lin-Manuel Miranda. The original Moana, Avi Carrillo, is doing the singing on that one with the new girl that plays Moana, and The Rock is rapping on it. Come on, man. This is going to be so much fun. It hits theaters July 10th. I can't wait to see live action Moana. Tickets are going to go on sale, I believe, tomorrow for Spider-Man Brand New Day. They teased it about a week ago. So rumor has it, it'll drop for the pre-sale tomorrow along with the new final trailer. So look forward to that. I can't wait to see more from Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm so ready for this movie, man. I think it's going to be fantastic. We have the first teaser trailer for The Social Reckoning. This one here, of course, the sequel to The Social Network. It stars Mikey Madison, Jeremy Allen White, and Jeremy Strong. This hits theaters on October 9th. We have a first look at Ryan Murphy's adaptation of The Shards. The series follows an aspiring writer whose school life unravels when the arrival of a new student coincides with the growing threat of a serial killer. This releases August 5th over on Hulu. Drewski has been cast in The Catch, a new rom-com starring Emma Stone and Chris Pine. He's going to be playing Emma Stone's bodyguard. The Doctor Who Christmas special has been canceled. Russell T. Davies and producer Bad Wolf have also exited the series. Reminders of Him, the movie that came out a couple months back, is going to be hitting Peacock on July 10th. Former BET original Daria from Detroit has set a new premiere date for season 2, coming soon to Paramount Plus on July 29th. So shifting over there to Paramount Plus. Michael Douglas, William Dafoe, they're going to reunite with Oliver Stone for a new drama called White Lies. Phil Dunster, Gemma Chan, Aisla B., Marianne Jean-Baptiste are joining the new Amazon MGM rom-com called Hello in Paris. I'm so excited about this news. 24 Jump Street is in the works. That's right. Original cast set to return. Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, Ice Cube, all in official talks to join. Jonah Hill helped write the script. This is moving forward. And I know some of you were thinking, was there a 23 Jump Street, right? We had 22, 20, 21, 22. Where's 23? Well, the funny part here, and this is typical Jump Street, they're skipping 23 and going straight to 24 because that's how long it took to make the film. So I love it that it's like they took so long to make one, they're going to skip one, right? So that is fantastic. I love it. It's so tongue-in-cheek. I've been waiting to see a sequel, and I'm glad that they found a script that they feel comfortable enough to do it with. So hell yeah, 24 Jump Street in official development. Let's see here. Your Fault London is premiering on Prime on June 17th. We have the new trailer for Nimrods, starring McKenna Grace and Mason Thames. The Circle is coming back, and it is moving from Netflix over to Hulu. Matt Shackman is going to direct Nicole Kidman, Elle Fanning in a new legal thriller called Discretion, and that'll be coming to Paramount Plus. Let's see here. What do we got? I got some more news actually on 24 Jump Street. Officially it works in Sony. Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum on Ice Cube and talks to star. Rodney Rothman, Jonah Hill, and Megan Malloy wrote the script. Rothman will direct, and returning producers are going to be Phil Lord and Chris Miller with Neil H. Moritz. So 21 and 22 were directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who were just fantastic. Of course, they killed it this year with Project Hail Mary. But it sounds like they're just going to be on as producers for this one, but I'm glad that they're still attached. That's a big deal here for that. And let's see, Slow Horses Season 6 will premiere on September 16th on Apple TV. Widow's Bay has already been renewed for Season 2 over at Apple TV. Congratulations there. I just finished Widow's Bay Season 1 earlier tonight. Very interesting show. Not for everyone, but very interesting, and definitely ended with a nice little... Ooh, can't wait to see where this takes us in Season 2. So glad to see that that's been renewed so we can get some closure there. Love Story star Paul Anthony Kelly is joining the cast of The Housemaid's Secret. This is going to hit theaters on December 17th of 2027. We have the first trailer for Lioness for Season 3. Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, and Morgan Freeman. Of course, back here, Paramount Plus original. The new season premieres on August 2nd. We have the first teaser for Pixar's Gato. This hits theaters on March 5th of 2027. The Love Hypothesis will premiere on September 23rd over on Prime Video. It will star Lily Reinhart, who is awesome, and along with Tom Bateman. We have the first trailer for Heart of the Beast. This is the new Brad Pitt movie. This looks awesome right here, man. This hits theaters on September 25th. It looks really good. It's Brad Pitt and his dog. His plane crashes. They're in the wilderness and they're trying to survive. And it's just him and his dog, man, just doing their thing. And it's crazy stuff. Watch this trailer. You're going to love it. It is really cool. Heart of the Beast in theaters September 25th. The Justice Department has approved the merger of Warner Brothers and Paramount. So big step forward in that acquisition. The Batman Part 2 filming has officially begun. That is awesome right there. Congratulations. We finally are moving forward on Batman Part 2. The film Michael is now officially the highest grossing musical biopic, officially surpassing Bohemian Rhapsody. So awesome stuff there. Great movie. I loved Michael. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. So that being your top two makes me very happy because they're two great movies there for sure. Sebastian Stan, of course, been rumored for a long time he was going to be playing Harvey Dent in the new Batman 2. Now it's being rumored that he's actually playing Victor Zsasz. That's right. And Brian Tyree Henry is actually going to be playing Harvey Dent. Now, again, no confirmation, no official stuff, but this is the rumor going around now that they're filming. So, interesting twist for sure. Ben Schwartz has been cast in Sam Mendes' Beatles movies. Aaron Sorkin was talking about doing the new Social Reckoning movie that we just talked about the trailer dropping on, and he says he spent 3 days trying to convince Jesse Eisenberg to return for the Social Networking, and he said he simply just did not want to do it anymore. He didn't want to be associated with Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't like kids coming up to him with business cards and things for him to sign as Mark Zuckerberg. He just said, I just don't want to go back to that. So it's unfortunate because I always wondered why the hell is Jesse Eisenberg not back for this basically sequel? But I'm glad to see that he at least tried, man. 3 days trying to convince him is pretty intense. So there you go. George Miller is looking to develop a final Mad Max movie and a TV series. Amazon, Universal, and Sony are all interested in acquiring the rights. Peter Sarsgaard has been cast in The Last of Us Season 3. He's going to be playing a character that is made for the series called Amon, who is one of the leaders of the Seraphites. A Hitman series is in the works over at Netflix. The series is inspired by the movie with Glenn Powell and Richard Linklater. They are also set to executive produce. I loved this movie. I thought Hitman was great. This is one that came out on Netflix like a year or two ago, and I loved it. It was such a fun movie, and I can totally see this becoming a TV show, man. You could be a different character every episode, so glad to see that they're developing that, so check that out. Colin Farrell says he only appears in 2 scenes as the Penguin in the Batman Part 2. We're going back to the Love Hypothesis. This is going to release on September 23rd on Prime Video. The film is based on a novel that was originally Raylo fan fiction. It follows a woman who pretends to date a biology professor to convince her friend that her dating life is going well. So there you go. That's the one with Lily Reinhart. So check that out on September 23rd. I know a lot of people looking forward to that one. Yes, 24 Jump Street. It took so long to make, we had to skip one. So there you go for the people questioning, where's 23? Doctor Who potentially won't return until 2028 at the earliest. That is insane right there. So having some trouble on the Doctor Who front. Another writer has been hired to write a new Transformers movie that supposedly will be the follow-up to Rise of the Beast. We will see if that ever comes to fruition. Jennifer Lawrence has been cast in a new comedy movie that is being produced by the people who did Backrooms. So we talked earlier about the spin-off prequel episode of Gary. Well, FX is again looking to do it with a bonus episode of the show Adults that came out last year. They're going to do a spin-off, one episode off of that. So we'll see if how that one hits compared to Gary. Only Murders in the Building, Season 6. The roster swells to 14 guest stars, including Martin Freeman, Sharon Horgan, and Simone Ashley. A whole bunch of people signing up for Only Murders in the Building, because why not? Larry David stars in the new trailer for the limited series Life, Larry, and the Pursuit of Unhappiness. This premieres June 26th over on HBO Max. Again, X-Men 97 Season 2 releases July 1st on Disney+, and we have a new teaser for that. Chris Sanders is set to direct a sequel to the live-action Lilo & Stitch remake. Sanders co-created and co-directed the original animated film. So congratulations, man. That's cool to have him step in to do the sequel, which comes out May 26th of 2028. Let me see here. Speaking of the show Adults, FX's Adults Season 2 will officially premiere August 27th over on Hulu. We have a new sneak peek at the whole season of The Vampire Lestat, which I hear is really, really good. Maybe I should check this one out. New episodes drop on Sundays over on AMC and AMC+. In celebration of its 25th anniversary, The Fast and the Furious is racing back into theaters on August 21st. So I will be there. I can't wait to see this on the big screen again. Finally, a Dead by Daylight movie is officially happening over at Blumhouse. Theodore Paulson, who did the Valhalla Murders, is set to direct the film. Alexandra Aja, who did Crawl, and David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, who did The Conjuring 2, officially wrote the script and begins filming in 2027. Very interesting, man. This is a big horror video game. Can't wait to see it adapted into a movie. Seth MacFarlane says he has a clear idea for a Family Guy movie, but he says, if I have a really dismal failure, like I produce a movie or a show that fails so badly, the only thing that can cleanse is the Family Guy movie. That's when I'll do it. So there you go. I probably won't ever get that, but that's a funny quote there from Seth MacFarlane. Anna Taylor-Joy has officially joined The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. She'll be playing a character named Saren. This hits theaters on December 17th of 2027. Great addition there. We have the first trailer for The Last House. Greta Lee and Wagner Moura star in this trailer. It premieres August 7th over on Netflix. I really dug this trailer. It's very, very interesting. And it does not look like a Netflix movie, so I'll definitely be checking this one out for sure. James Gunn confirms that the Jimmy Olsen spinoff show will feature him and Gorilla Grodd. Very interesting there. They're going to start filming soon, and we'll see what this show becomes, man. I'm definitely very interested. Mark Hamill has reportedly been cast in Twisted Metal for Season 3, and supposedly he's going to be playing Sweet Tooth's dad. That is awesome. I love that casting, and I love Twisted Metal, so if you haven't seen it, check it out over on Peacock. The Duffer Brothers will write and direct a new film that will release in theaters on Paramount on November 3rd of 2028. November 3rd of 2028. Curry Barker says he has a cool idea for Obsession 2 that will be made in the future. He's saying, I'm not saying it has to be 5-6 years from now, but I think people would be just excited for it if it came out a little bit down the road. So, yeah, he's in no rush to jump into Obsession 2. He says, I want to work on other things, I want to do other projects, and then we'll circle back. So, he has an idea, we just got to wait for it. Chris Evans has officially revealed that he will be back as Steve Rogers for Avengers Secret Wars, so I'm glad we're not playing any games here, and he's just going to be back. Alia Cravalho, who we talked about earlier, she did the voice for Moana in the animated movies. She has been cast as Jessica Cruz, of course, a.k.a. the female Green Lantern. She's going to make her debut in My Adventures with Superman Season 3, and then she will be spun off and will lead her own Green Lantern spin-off series. So, very cool there. Congratulations. I love that. David Tennant, Nicola Coughlan, and Jodie Whittaker have been also cast in Only Murders in the Building for Season 6. A documentary about Manchester United is in the works that will follow the club during the 2026-2027 season. It will release in the summer of 2027 over on Prime Video. Fox is officially buying Roku in a $22 billion deal. I don't really know what that does for our market, but we'll see what happens there. Pressure, the Brendan Fraser World War II movie, is hitting digital on June 16th. Oh, so it hit today. So there you go. It's on digital today. One of my favorite Netflix shows, we just talked about this literally a couple weeks ago because I just binged the hell out of it. The Four Seasons. Tina Fey. I love this show so much. Season 1, Season 2 were fantastic. And now I get Season 3 because it has been renewed. That's right. Officially back for Season 3. Get ready for another trip. The Four Seasons back for Season 3 over on Netflix. So glad, so happy to see this return. I love this show so much. So check it out if you still haven't seen it, man. It's awesome. Sharpen your skates because, of course, we don't have enough ice skating shit. I don't know why all of a sudden hockey ice skating shows are like the jam right now, but get ready because Icebreaker, a new series based on the New York Times bestselling novel by Hannah Grace, is coming to Netflix. A competitive figure skater and a college hockey captain develop an unexpected partnership when a facilities mishap forces them to share the same rink. Yawn. But hey, man, everybody's loving all these damn shows all of a sudden, so I'm sure it's going to blow the hell up. Let's see here. Welcome to Camp Emerson. That's right. The new Netflix series, The God of the Woods, based on the best-selling novel and starring Carrie Condon, Maya Hawke, Damon Gupton, Ella Rubin, Susanna Perkins, Benjamin Walker, and Nell Fisher, is now officially in production. We have your first look at the logo for the Batman Part 2, and honestly, you're not missing anything if you haven't seen it. It's the same fucking logo from the first movie. It just says Part 2 now. Not creative whatsoever. Very disappointed in that. Vince Gilligan says writing on Pluribus Season 2 is past the halfway point. Very good to finally hear. My writers and I have figured out the episodes, and I'm looking forward to shooting this and people seeing it because I'm kind of digging it. So glad to hear that they're over halfway through. Hopefully they're cranking along now. He says they figured out the episodes, so we should be good to go here pretty soon. It looks like the pilot episode of Booster Gold has been turned in, or the script has been turned in to DC Studios, and now it's up to James Gunn and them to see if they want to greenlight it or not. I can't wait to see Booster Gold, so hopefully they like it, because the guy that wrote it said that he loves it, so he's going to be real sad if it don't work out his way. Kit Connor and Joe Locke star in the new trailer for Heartstopper Forever. This, of course, coming to Netflix on July 17th. We have the first teaser trailer for Disney's Hexed. This is going to hit theaters on November 15th. We have the new trailer for Shrek 5. That's right, we're still a year away from it. It comes out next summer. But the voice cast, of course, bringing back Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, and now Zendaya. So there you go. But check out Shrek 5. We have a new teaser for the 5th and final season of The Bear, hitting Hulu on June 25th. Toy Story franchise, the highest rated franchise ever on Rotten Tomatoes. Of course, Toy Story 5 coming out in theaters this weekend. It's already 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. All of the Toy Story movies are in the 90s, or Toy Story 1 and 2 are at 100%, which is unheard of. So there you go. Toy Story, 100%. Toy Story 2, 100%. Toy Story 3, 98%. Toy Story 4, 97%. And Toy Story 5, 93%. Again, rumored release of the final trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day is tomorrow, along with the tickets going on sale. Snatch them up. The Pit Season 3 has begun filming. Rivals has been renewed for season 3 at Disney Plus. Sean Penn is set to direct a film about the early life of a cop who goes on to be caught up in the January 6th Capitol riots. Bradley Cooper is in negotiations to star in that. Netflix looking to maybe buy Lionsgate after missing out on Warner Brothers, so we'll see what ends up going on with that. Just a rumor right now. We have the new trailer for season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds coming soon to Paramount Plus. Heated Rivalry star Francois Arnaud has lined up his next TV role. He's going to join Shailene Woodley and Lindsay Lohan in Hulu's Count My Lies. And Amazon MGM has picked up Jason Momoa's new action comedy. It's called Shots. It was supposed to be at Universal, and then Universal has sold it off to Amazon. So they're looking forward to shooting that here pretty soon. I love action comedies, and Jason Momoa is great at doing them. So that's what I got for you guys. We've done it. That is our week of entertainment news. I know we went a little bit over our normal 30 minutes here, hitting that 40-minute mark. But hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do. We got lots of news to talk about, lots of things, so we get you caught up. Let me get you on out of here. Let's do some plugs. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Make sure you bookmark it. Make sure you check out everything that's on there. It's got everything you need. AmIOnTheAir.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Give us a follow on our X page at simply Am I on the Air. You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. If X ain't your thing, you can do the same handles on Threads or Blue Sky. So make sure you follow wherever you see fit. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to us. Just to make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you could leave a review, that would be even more beautiful. Please leave a review. 5 stars. Thumbs up. Whatever you got to do. Leave a review. It really, really helps the show. Make sure you follow all our other socials like our TikTok, our Instagram, and our YouTube, all simply at Am I on the Air. Check out our video reviews. I do quick video review reactions every weekend on our TikTok page. I share them on our Instagram and on our YouTube shorts. So they're everywhere. Check them out. Make sure you subscribe to us to don't miss that. Thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Shout out to them. Follow them at Red Dragons Radio and at PopCulture_Pros. And that'll do it for me, man. I think we're going to skip the theater this weekend. This weekend is all taken up by Toy Story 5, and I really have no interest. My daughter doesn't even want to see it. So, you know, I'll wait for Disney Plus on that one. And I'll take the weekend off and recoup my mind as we get ready for the following week, which is going to be Supergirl. So there you go. So, but hey, I hope you all have an amazing week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!